Hey, today we have a few secret changes to go over after the recent patch update. We'll go over the new Major Order. I'll show a post where a player discovered a hidden object on terminate maps, and there's so much more to discuss. If you've enjoyed my content before, consider giving this video a thumbs up and tapping the hype button. With that said, let's jump in. Well, Helldivers, the newest Major Order has arrived. We can see on the right side that the main goal is to liberate the planet called Oceone, and I know a lot of you dislike the way I say it, so I'm just going to continue doing it. Anyways, this planet has claimed so many Helldivers in the past, so yeah, finally we're going to be able to liberate a hive-world planet and earn 100 medals from it. What's cool about this whole entire situation is that we can send the Democracy Space Station within the Gloom, and it'll actually reduce the resistance on any planet that's shrouded inside the Gloom, pretty much making it easier for us to liberate a hive world planet on the terminate side, of course. If you recall, this was a DSS buff, or rather a DSS upgrade, we earned a few weeks ago, and now we are able to put it to use. Now that you know what the Major Order is, how about we go over the new galactic map message from High Command? They wrote, "The time has come to liberate the hive world. Oceone has claimed the lives of countless brave heroes. The steadfast trailblazers who plummet its infested depths have been swallowed within its twisting caverns. Its monstrosities now swarm our cities, murdering innocents and spreading their toxic, tyrannical haze. For no longer will our citizens be forced to live in terror of this festering blight. The Helldivers have helped achieve effective countermeasures. Gloom Base Alpha on Hellmire stands ready to provide support for deep Gloom operations, limiting the worst of its adverse operational effects, and the upgraded Democracy Space Station can now deploy to Oceone directly to degrade enemy resistance. All Helldivers are ordered to deploy to Hive World Oceone. This will test your skill, your grit, and your speleological acumen. Brave the Hive World depths, grapple mightily against its foes, dive, kill, and dive again. Do not relent until it is purged." Okay, cringe democracy voice out of the way. We could tell right away that High Command informed us that indeed the Democracy Space Station can be used to degrade enemy resistances. This is going to help us a ton, and I can't wait to see what we do next, because if we can liberate this planet, we could then travel over to Omicron, which should be interesting given the fact that this planet has the highest enemy resistance in the Gloom. Now, I couldn't tell you why that is, but there has to be a good reason for it. What's intriguing about it all is that over on the official Helldivers Discord, there was a Galactic Terminal bot message at the time that revealed a squad of Helldivers that had managed to land on Omicron, and haven't reported back since then. I don't know why, but who knows what happened to them, but I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. Anywho, besides the Galactic Terminal bot post, I'd like to show you the differences in enemy resistance. Before, the enemy resistance was 7.00. Once the Democracy Space Station arrived and orbited around the planet, the enemy resistance went down by 2 decimals. It's now set at 5.00. This is a big difference in my opinion, and it goes to show how helpful the DSS will be when liberating these hive world planets, and it's going to be interesting to see how well we're able to, liberate the other planets, especially Omicron, which is 10.00, as you all know. Not only do we have that news about the Gloom, but we also have some news that the Gloom is expanding further, and you can tell Borok is completely covered now. It's probably going to progress further and further downwards, if I had to guess. And I have a feeling it's going to reach Super Earth at some point if we're not able to, reduce it somehow. Perhaps, the black hole or wormhole will suck it up. I don't know. Those are just a few ideas, but I'm interested in what you all think about everything we've just covered. We're going to move along and discuss a few hidden changes that were not written in the latest patch notes. First up, automaton fortresses and terminate mega nests can now be seen in megacities. This wasn't possible before. To show proof, I'll show you a before video clip. As you can tell, this is before the patch. There's nothing here on the megacities, and then after the newest patch, we can see there's fortresses and mega nests on megacities. Not only that, at number 2, it seems that the bottom of the galactic map has been updated. Joel, or rather the game masters, have opened up several supply lines on the bottom. This means that the Illuminates are going to be invading other planets soon enough, and for what reason, we don't know. Lastly, at number 3, there's a Helldiver that discovered Greg. If you don't know who the heck Greg is, well, it's this little fella right here that can be seen on a specific mission that's called Eliminate Brood Commanders. I'm sure you've all participated in that mission in the past, but there was a discovery that was found within the files about a year ago, and in the files, this fella is called the Bug God Greg. Not sure why it's called that, but I'm sure the developers have a good reason to call it that. Speaking of bugs, we have a new in-game bug that can mess up first-person mode. I will say right now, I'm not exactly sure what's causing it. There have been a few reports going around on Reddit, such as one post claiming that the bug pops up after equipping the Siege Ready passive, specifically the light armor, and another Helldiver believes it's because of the Kill Zone helmet and the Siege Ready passive. Either way, there's something really funky going on here, and if you have any idea as to why this is going on, let me know. Especially if you have had this bug pop up recently, let me know in the comments what armor or helmet you were wearing. Anyway, you probably thought that that bug in particular is pretty bad, but it's not as bad as the next bug we're about to go over, because it's absolutely game-breaking. And I'll explain why shortly. I just want to quickly explain my own experience. So after the recent patch that dropped a few days ago, I've been experiencing a ton of freezes nonstop. Not just on automaton biomes, but on my very own Super Destroyer. It's so bad that I have to spam Control-Alt-Delete to unfreeze the game. And even if I do that, it takes a solid 2 minutes or more to actually unfreeze. I for sure wasn't experiencing this before the patch, but ever since patch 1.4.0 dropped, it's been a complete mess. With that said, I wanted to know if anyone has gone through a similar experience, and it looks like I'm not the only one. There are several posts going around, and I'm sort of surprised that there's not a lot of discussion going on about this specific bug. For example, there's a Helldiver that created this post on Reddit, and we can see about a few seconds in the video, the game completely freezes, then unfreezes, and freezes again a few times. There's also another post that showcased a similar situation where it freezes on and off. On top of that, there are several discussions and topics and posts as well going around where Helldivers are experiencing this on PlayStation and PC. It's not just a console issue or a PC issue only, it's going on with consoles and PCs. I can't say for sure if it's happening on Xbox, but if you Xbox divers out there can let me know, please let me know by commenting below and leaving a response, and I'll check out what you have to say. Continuing on, we have a special video to cover today, and quickly I just want to give a huge shout out to Plot Collision for giving me permission to post his trailer. And by the way, we're only going to show like half of it, maybe a quarter of it, but I highly suggest watching the rest of it on his channel. But here we go, check it out.
Listen up, valiant Helldivers. You all think you're ready? You might be. Some of you all might even make it out this time. This isn't a training exercise. This is the real deal. Get out there and dispense liberty with extreme prejudice.
Helldiver reporting to the front!
Starting to think this is a terrible idea.
For democracy!
Who is that?
We call him the veteran.
He's lasted longer than any other Helldiver I know.
And how long is that?
9 patriotic minutes.
This one right here might be one of the best fan films I've seen in a while, and I really enjoyed a lot of like different fan films out there. I've seen some Half-Life stuff and Warhammer and whatnot, but yeah, this right here is pretty cool and I'm excited about it. It's set to release on November 28th next month, so keep your eyes open. Well, that's pretty much it for today. Also, I'm not going over the top comments like I've been doing since Helldivers 2 launched last year. Let me know if you prefer me going over the top comments or not. If you haven't done so already, consider tapping the like button as well as the hype button too. Subscribe and turn on notifications, and I'll see you in the next one.